Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whoops, I don't have my game up, there we go, that's better. Welcome, welcome to Oxygen Not Included, with me your host Luckymarine. At least it said it on my desktop. I thought I'd better put something on my desktop that was game related, seeing as though we often, not often, but we crash to it sometimes, so we might as well make it interesting to look at, I'd say. Alright, so at the moment we're kind of waiting for more dupes. Waiting for more dupes. More dupes on more wheels. Let's not build that one. Build this one instead. Can you get there? Unbreathable, slight toxic. Yeah, I know it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Need to put more dupes on more wheels. No, we can't just yet. This is the time to block it in. Ready now. Quick, before it changes its mind again. Go on, quick. Quicker. Sorted. So it'll never change state in here ever again. Hopefully, much like this. And we won't get them fluctuating between growing, not growing, growing, not growing. They'll just grow all the time, constantly, which will be nice. Which will be very nice for us. And if we can have an entire row of these, not here, but say in another base, an entire couple rows of these, we don't have to pump oxygen onto them, so again it compresses the living space. Wow, there's lots of chlorine here, lots and lots of chlorine. How are we getting so much chlorine? Where's it coming from? We've got a double airlock here. We have two doors, and yet somehow I think it's coming through here. How are we getting on up here? Not bad, not bad. Temperature wise, well, what's this? Overheated. Yeah, as soon as I saw these would be made out of 101 degrees Celsius stuff. Alright. Deconstruct you and you. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of heat. Come on, boy. Cancel deconstruction there. Sorry if you had that. That's my cat jumping around on my desk. Yeah. I mean, what the hell? Come on. 101 degrees Celsius rock. Now the reason for trapping these in is to keep the oxygen in there and keep it breathable, and so the state of the gas doesn't change. But if you're building the walls with really hot stuff and it heats up in here, it's going to overheat and stifle. Yeah, fair enough. So let's make you out of sandstone. It stands to reason that the sandstone is made, you only dig it out of the initial area. So it stands to reason it'll be in some of these bins, therefore it'll be a little bit cooler. We'll see. We'll see. Better be. Yeah, that's better. Well done, Mildred. No, I can count on you. Alright, now we're just waiting for... Overheated. Stifle pressure too low. So not overheated anymore. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello. Come on, that guy. Need these to stay in this state. There we go. So. What temperature is this? 23 degrees. It's alright. It's alright. Better than the 101 that we had. What's that? 41. We may even dig out this guy here. Yep. Deconstruct you. And you. I mean, just doing it in normal tile is fine. It's more than enough to create sort of an airlock that you need. So we may well just tile instead. At least it's quicker. Now, why is you stifled? Wait, what? Overheated. Atmospheric pressure too low. I thought you were sorted out. I thought you were sorted out. Evidently not. Alright, deconstruct you. Well, this is the trial and error part. Yeah. Might as well chuck a tile in there. What sort of temperature is it? Wow, no. 26, 27. So what's hot here? It's the actual planter boxes that are hot. Plant box 26. Plant box 31. Right. We need to cool down the inside of our base by... Holy moly. Alright, deconstruct you. And you. Mouse wheel at 126.8 degrees Celsius. Let's start removing things that are just too hot. Deconstruct you. Could probably do with deconstructing this pipe as well. And whatever the hell this is. What? Liquid vent at 191 degrees Celsius. What's it made of? Let's deconstruct that as well. That's a ridiculous amount of heat. And let's put another thermoregulator in here. We're going to need to. And power it up. And let's plumb it in. So, into the green, out of the white, and then in there. Deconstruct gas pipes, gas overlay, you off. And let's make this a priority 9 as well. This needs to happen sooner rather than later. Ooh. Have we dug through here? Looks like we have. Cancel that build. Alright, let's build some wheels out of... Let's try copper this time. And let's put that vent back. Liquid vent made out of copper because copper is more readily found in your starting area. So that's the reason that it would be cooler. Maybe, maybe not. And let's get rid of this random bit of pipe. Maybe? Liquid pipe at 120. Are you even doing anything? You are. Deconstruct liquid pipe there. We'll build it straight away. Liquid pipe made of sandstone. Alright, that will start doing to the temperatures around here. It drops to 20 from 35. That's better. We do have this coming in at 1.5. So pretty much 0, 19, and 19. We'll see what all this squishes up into. These three. So we've got 0 and 2 19s. When these reach... Wow, still a horrible noise. When these reach the first blockage in the road, they'll all squish together. (19) 0 makes 19. Oh, so sometimes it has an effect and other times it doesn't. That's weird. What about these? 15, 20, 20 squishes into 18. So that kind of works. I know there's something here. I can see it. 23. You're 18. You're 18 again, and you are 20. We might have to put 2 in here. Generally, the stuff that's leaving is 16, 20, 20, 20, about 20 degrees. (20 degrees is good. 20 degrees is an ideal temperature, actually. And let's not have... Why is this so hot? What is it? Tile, sandstone. So it's the sandstone behind it. Well, let's just deconstruct everything there. Oh, what the hell is this wire? Electrical wire at 126. Wow. Okay, fine. let's deconstruct the wire as well. Deconstruct just the wiring. There. Then we'll remake it with copper. What temperature is this vent? It's still 37, but it's better than, what was it? 129 degrees? Or, no, this has fallen from the pipe that we had here. And you're taking away. You're delivering this somewhere to use at 191 degrees Celsius. Let's not use 191 degrees Celsius stuff. Mildred, get it together. Again. Let's do this. That's better. That's still too hot for my liking. Yeah, let's chuck another thermoregulator down. We'll power you up and plumb you in. Just with sandstone. Out of the white. I'm going to have to shift this along a bit. We'll put you here. And power you with the finest of all coppers. Alright, do that. Alright, in the morning. We're gonna say no. For now, we don't have the food for it. I will plumb this in. Gas pipe, sandstone, out of the white, up, straight into the green. Deconstruct the current gas piping. Now let's plumb you in properly. So out of the white, into the green. There we go. Let's prioritize this because all oxygen is created here. Let's do it now. Alright. So. All our oxygen should be quite cool now. 6 degrees. 6. 7. Alright, we'll see what kind of effect that has. in the base. We need these plants to get into a range of temperature where they're going to properly live and not just flick in and out of stifled or overheated. There we go. Still a lot of chlorine. I don't know where all this chlorine comes from, and I don't know how we still haven't got rid of it. Chlorine doesn't just make more chlorine, and we've been pumping chlorine into this filter system for ages now. Alright, let's tile up these quick whilst we can. Whilst we can. I like this button. It's an instant get off your arse and do what I just told you button. Aye, overheated? Probably overheated. Atmospheric pressure too low. Really? I don't believe you. What's the temperature like? About 14. This is... what have we built that out of? No. Deconstruct. Stupid. Why are you so hot? Yeah, temperature management. It becomes a thing. A definite thing. Overheated. I'm not surprised with 50 odd degree tiling next to you. Stifled. Too hot? Yep, too hot. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we leave you this episode. We're back. We're back to sort of juggling temperatures again. I think if something gets made of something like this, the sandstone. Excuse me. If something gets made of this sandstone at 52 degrees, I think that over time it should adopt the temperature of its surroundings. I mean, it can be a very small change over time, but as long as it doesn't create heat itself, I'd be fine with these wheels heating up by a few degrees, maybe in the central hub, whilst they're being used, and then cool down overnight. I'm fine with the water purifier being hot and having no power, because we have no power, because no one's on the wheels. But I don't like the fact that you can build something. Let's see, take this pipe for example. You can build a liquid pipe that, by virtue of the contaminated water in it, should be cooling the pipe itself. But that's by the by. It's in air that's 14 degrees Celsius, but it's at 47, so this should be losing heat to the air around it. And conversely, if you have a hot atmosphere these pipes should be heating up. We've got 172 degrees Celsius carbon dioxide inside them, with similar temperature carbon dioxide around them. These should heat up to quite high temperatures, but they're not, and that's weird. If there's going to be such a focus on temperature and keeping them down or raising them, then there needs to be a little bit more work done on that, I believe. If it can have such an impact that plants stop growing because the walls or the plant, even the planter box that is made out of, can you imagine a planter box being made out of this sandstone? It'd be ridiculous. It'd be stupid. What's this? Sedimentary rock. Yeah. It'd almost be worth having a separate room grabbing a storage compactor, putting it in a separate room, say here, filling it full of sandstone, and then deconstructing the storage compactor itself, so all your resources end up on the floor. Then would they? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. It stands to reason that they would get colder over time. But then when they're made into items like ladders or tiles, or they don't change temperature. But then some do, and then some don't. It's weird. It is really weird. And there's no definite, yeah, this is, I mean, what's this? Electrical wire at 217.4 degrees Celsius. There's just a ladder at 101 degrees Celsius. There's just no pattern to it. It's like down here, how are you still at 24 degrees Celsius? And why haven't you taken on the temperature of the surrounding? Yeah. I don't know. So maybe creating a fridge room where you put a load of resources and you pull from that room to build things, knowing that the temperature is going to be cooler, especially for planter boxes. I think the planter boxes themselves have quite an impact on the plant, really. There's no point having a 30 odd degree planter box if the temperature of if the plant itself suffers at higher temperatures. Anyway, that will be us for this episode. We might actually do that. I'll put a storage compactor over here. We'll fill it full of sandstone, and we'll see if that has an effect. Okay, so until then, do take care.